Hello, folks. Welcome to the Hello World Podcasting with Magdalena. Listen, thanks for tuning in. I just wanted to welcome everybody, especially those listeners who are actually new to my podcasting. So I just wanted to welcome you and actually welcome everybody wherever you are around the globe, because, it's kind of neat for me. I can always see where my listeners are coming from. So let me actually just kind of check, and I will tell you right now. My brand new. Hold on. Let me just go back. Okay, geolocation. For right now, my most listener are actually from United States, Poland, Netherlands, Germany, Peru, Dominican Republic, India, and Brazil. So isn't that interesting? And I can see, the percentage. So like I said, I just wanted to welcome you folks wherever you are, and thanks for tuning in. My podcasting is about personal growth, mastering ourselves, and I absolutely love to use kind of astrology as a GPS, for the personal and the collective guidance. Because, I always say it's kind of neat to know what to expect, prepare ourselves a little for the future. And in most cases, I'm not using, astrology to the dots. I'm more a storyteller. I am more using astrology and the energies that the planets are representing, the frequencies, the archetypes, the houses they are in. So that is something how I am actually interpreting astrology. So I'm not necessarily going into the degrees and in oppositions. And yes, I do use oppositions, but there are many people who are using much more specific way of doing astrology. But to me, this is pretty effective, because what I like to do with it is that, I go through the houses. I love to use the natal chart, and then just to see, the transition of the planets where they are right now. And I'm very much also in favor of the south and north nodes. Because the south node is where we are coming from, and the north nodes are actually about the direction where we are going. And, everything in between. So if you are a lot of time wondering that I'm using actually astrology for the health reason, actually using astrology just to kind of give you some idea what's fully going on, do not get surprised. Look, like I said, I like to kind of combine that and put more into the story. It's much more effective. Okay, let's see. Let's go now first into the things where the planets, the transits of the planets. Wow, we have a pretty intense situation. The sun is actually in Sagittarius, moon is in Scorpio, Mercury is in Scorpio, Venus is in Capricorn, just moved from the Scorpio into Capricorn. Mars is Capricorn, Jupiter is in Sagittarius, Saturn in Capricorn, Uranus retrograde in Taurus, Neptune retrograde in Pisces, Pluto in Capricorn, Chiron retrograde in Aries, North Node in Cancer retrograde, and Lilith in Aries. Ooh, she moved in Aries now, okay. Is also retrograde. So I thought today I would like to kind of focus on something else a little, because for those who are actually following me for quite a bit, I'm constantly talking, oh my God, the energies are intense. How are you handling these energies? Well, I thought to kind of give a little deeper meaning to that, so that it can help us to kind of understand maybe from these different aspects. And I thought, because we have so many planets in Sagittarius and Scorpio, I thought to kind of focus more on that and give you a little, maybe a deeper meaning of it. because Sagittarius is actually right now big time, pushing us to face the truth. And the Scorpio is about the transformation, but many times it's also actually fear of transformation. Okay. And all this is actually preparing us for this absolutely famous 2020. And, a lot of time people are asking, well, why is this 2020 so, focused issue right now? Look like we had a year 2000, remember? I mean, when we were shifting the millennia, it was incredible pressure and transformation involved in it. Well, this 2020 is look like they say, when you are wearing glasses, the doctors say, or the ophthalmologist would say, well, you have a 2020 vision, or you don't have a 2020 vision. Either one. But the point will become is this, like it or not, this is a time of the crystal clear vision, folks. And facing the truth. It's time, actually, to face the truth. And, we've been talking about a lot also about the Capricorn energy. And we may want to kind of actually see this from a little different aspect. If you hear, my paper here in the background, I did some things, a couple of notes. Wrote down. And so I thought, if I am constantly telling you, we are going through the challenging times, we are going through the incredible transformation. So, you would say, well, Magdalena, what the heck does that mean? So, yeah, I get it, but I am kind of assuming that people who are listening to my podcasting, they have just a little idea, about the astrology, and so they are a little informed about. But if no, that's okay too, because look, like I said, it's also connected to the stories. And, the story means that we all have a different way of interpreting what's really going on. And I would say this, if you are long enough on this planet, I'm sure you would know how to have a story or make a story because we've been through a lot. So anyway, in this particular time, what we are right now facing is this Capricorn Saturn combo. Actually, Saturn Pluto in Capricorn combo, which is pretty interesting. It's about destruction. Capricorn is also authority. Saturn is about respect, integrity, wise elder. And what is very interesting is that, we have a whole spectrum, about all these planets. As we always say, planets are neutral, but depends what side are we using, the positive or the negative spectrum. And this positive or negative spectrum, folks, depends actually on our own experiences, what we are going through life, about our own unresolved issue, our own blockages. So when we are looking right now the world stage, we are seeing this unbelievable collective, incredible, how should I even say, a transformation is not the right word. What we are seeing is incredible upheaval. And a lot of the time this type of stuff happens because we stopped to support the belief system. I mean, if we are going right now and look back, already in the last 20 or 30 years, we've been listening to the stories. Well, the new millennia, the new dawn is coming, the transformation is coming, and on and on and on. So what it really happens is that the human mind is getting programmed, okay? And it becomes, the language of our, daily usage. And so on the some level, we are starting to kind of prepare ourselves psychologically. And on the other side, also, we are vibrating. And by shifting our internal experiences or lenses or what is really happening inside ourselves is actually changing than what's really going on outside, because look, like I said, we are not supporting from inside, and then when we are not supporting and not giving energy to what's really going on outside, practically we are breaking down the what's the word, the structure. And this is something that we are actually very much seeing. And this is this famous, what we are talking about, this Pluto in Capricorn transformation. And, Sagittarius, Saturn playing the role in the last 2.5 years as a partner to Pluto, that they are really right now breaking down and revealing what's really going on. And if we are looking right now at the world stage, we are seeing in every aspect very much the negative side. Pluto negative side, and in the Capricorn is about the slavery, about control, dictatorship, brutality. And so the question becomes right now is that Pluto is in Capricorn until 2024. So as we can see, actually, in the world, people are starting to rise and own the opposite of this negative play. And start to ask for the better leadership, stand up for themselves and stand up in the authority and stuff. So practically in long run, what that will end up to be is that every one of us will start to kind of reflect and say, what role do I really want to play, or what role I am playing? How can I change that? And that's how we will start to kind of change what's really going on. This is why they are saying, we have a choice. It's up to us how we are playing these roles. And on the other, from the other side, I also wanted to kind of add something that many will not like what I wanted to say here, but this is something that was kind of bothering me for a long time, and I'm right now seeing that more and more people are even talking about that. And I totally agree with it. A lot of the time when people are excited and coming with some idea, they're immediately going out. Oh, my mission is to save the world. Oh, my mission is to help bring change. Oh, my mission is blah, blah, blah. What it really happens is that becomes actually an external issue, superimposing ourselves on others, okay? My point is, how about let's just freaking start to, work on ourselves, master ourselves, bring harmony to ourselves, bring ourselves to our own truth, to our own authenticity, who we are and what we are, because, we do not like when other people are trying to bully us. Well, guess what? On the other side, we are trying to go out and try to save the, world, change the world, somewhere maybe where people are already in the harmony. We really have to kind of become more respectful what's really going on outside. Yes, I understand, if we are looking at from the aspect that the water is contaminated, the air is contaminated, and food and everything else, no problem, okay? But when we are dealing with people, we really have to kind of stop and recognize, wait a minute, what's really going on? For right now, let me just give you an example, about vaccination. Here we are dealing